You want to be seen? Yeah. Quick one for me before this video starts. I just want to say this coming Saturday, I will be having the Just Gym It Anywhere adventures, which we'll be going this time. Last time we went to Hell's Gate. This time we're going to Gong Hills. The event is going to be on October 6th. So obviously not this Saturday, because this Saturday has already passed. So next Saturday, October 6th. Hopefully you guys can come through. If you can come through, I'll be very glad about that. The costing for everything meaning transport, the event itself, food, lunch, transport back, everything is going to cost 3,950. You come in a group of 5, you get 10% discount, and yeah, let's make this a great experience. I'll see you guys then. Enjoy the video. One other thing, excuse the mess, everything over here is Lexi's doing. This little demon here has done all this. Look at all that nastiness. Monster. You, cheeky monkey.
Hi, meet Frankie. Frankie met Mo and fell in love. Little did they know, more joy was on the way. Lexi was born. This is our love story. Welcome to AlphaBeta. It's more than just family.
I can speak about something that a lot of people have been asking, and I never really got to address it in details, and that is suffering from postpartum depression, especially after I gave birth to Lex, and my experience after giving birth to Kai, who is 3 months old now. So I'm going to systematically lay this down to you. I'm not expert, I'm just going to share with you my experience. At first, I didn't even know I was suffering from postpartum depression when I gave birth to Lexi. In fact, it occurred to me much later, months later, when I wasn't able to cope with some issues in my life, and I thought, oh my goodness. When I looked back and the behavior pattern I had taken, I realized I was actually really depressed. When I brought Lexi home, we were such new parents, we didn't know what to do, and literally we were just surviving by the day. Of course, coupled with fatigue and all that, I wasn't able to deal with it. I would lock myself up the whole day in a room with just me and my baby, and I wouldn't want to be in contact with anyone. I was crying all the time. I was feeling worthless. I was just in a really bad place. I was even asking, like, did I do the right thing by giving birth now? It's a really hard place to come out of. And then I remember Frankie would come into the room and pull me out and tell me, look, go outside, go take a walk, and I would resist. I would resist that. But then when I started getting out of the house more often, it worked. Just hold on. So anyway, I really suffered, but then now with Kai, I was more prepared. I did some research so that I can look out for signs and symptoms of depression. To be honest, it's not been easy. I make it look easy, but it's been very difficult. But I'm going to tell you this. There are 3 kinds of emotions that might happen with a new mom. First thing is baby blues. This happens at least 3 days after you've given birth, between 3 and 7 days after you've given birth to a baby, because what happens is that your hormones sharply drop. That is estrogen and proestrogen. They just sharply drop to almost as before you were pregnant. So that sharp contrast always affects, I think, majority of moms, and that is when you find yourself being irritable, crying all the time. One minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad, and that's normal. Baby blues are very normal. Then there is depression. Depression occurs after 2 weeks, or rather when these baby blues persist past 2 weeks, whereby now you become anxious, you start feeling worthless, you start feeling like, you don't love yourself, and it can be a really crazy roller coaster. Sometimes you feel like you're in a dark place, sometimes you're unable to sleep. It's just the normal symptoms of depression, but in this case it can happen in that manner. And on top of that, there some certain risk factors that can make a mom suffer from postpartum depression. And some of the factors are age. The younger you are, the more you're most likely to suffer from postpartum depression, because obviously you've never experienced this thing called motherhood. Just hold on, I think Kai is awake. So like I was saying, age is a factor, and also if you have had previous cases of normal depression, you're most likely to experience that. And a lot of other factors that include, and especially lack of support system around you, conflict with your partner, basic difficulty with bringing up this child, maybe colic in a child because all the time you're exhausted, you're in a bad place. But as you continue, once you know what's happening, I think it's easier to manage that. And sometimes, like in my case, a mom might not know what's happening because really no one prepares you for this. No one tells you you might suffer from postpartum depression, and postpartum depression looks like this. There's no manual like that. And I think most hospitals, once a mother delivers, should be giving them lessons on these things, because it can develop into even something worse, which they call now psychosis. Psychosis is now the extreme depression. This is the one that I'm sure some of you have heard of, moms harming their newborns because they don't know what to do. They want to, even sometimes they harm themselves. They have thoughts of suicide. They have thoughts of harming the baby or harming the person next to them. That is psychosis. And if a mom is suffering from psychosis, or if you know of a mom suffering from psychosis, please, the first thing you need to do is get medical attention, because it's a really, really bad place for a mom to be in. And mind you, you can get treatment. You can get antidepressants, you can get whatever kind of psychotherapy that is needed. So there's no need to be ashamed about postpartum depression. For me, this time around, I wouldn't say I was 100% okay. I have had my moments of up and down, and Frankie is the one who sees all that. Thankfully, we've been able to, get past it, and I'm hoping as the months go forward, and as he gets older, I'll be able to be back to myself. But I won't lie to you, I have not been 100% myself. I'm more emotional. I snap so quickly. I get really emotional. I tend to overreact over things, but that is just, I think, hormonal imbalance, which is quite okay at this stage, as long as you're aware and you're doing something about it, because you don't want it developing into something else. So for any new mom, just keep out for that. Any expecting mom, keep up for that. Anyone who has someone around them who is expecting, please give them the necessary support that you can manage to give them. That awareness is okay. If you see like a mom is having their ups and downs, step in, help where you can. Moms, even you, don't be afraid to ask for help. Talk with your partner, see and explain to them how you feel. And on top of that, just that acknowledgement. Don't feel, and I know this is a problem with the society now, we don't like addressing these things. If you feel like you're feeling some type of way, it's okay. Just address that. See a specialist, see an expert who can be able to walk you through that, and everything should turn out okay. I'm sending out a lot of love and light to all moms who may have gone through this alone, who are going through this, who might go through this, and I hope this helps someone. Again, I'm no expert. Do some deeper research on those three things: baby blues, postpartum depression, psychosis. That is in their order of seriousness. Get help where you can, and just do everything you can to just be okay. And it's all right. Bringing these little children to this world is not easy. So partners, everyone who is around new moms and expecting moms, please give them 100% support, because emotional instability is not, or rather even mental instability is not something that you can wish for yourself. Even some of the strongest minds suffer from that. I consider myself very, very strong, emotionally, mentally, in every way. But trust me, I was a victim of postpartum depression. I was a victim of, just these feelings of worthlessness, these feelings of low self-esteem. Everything happens, even to the best of the best. So just be kind to the next person, be kind to the next mom. Also be kind anywhere. Don't make funny comments about mothers, especially the first 3 months after delivery. Actually, the first 6 months. Don't comment about their weight. Don't comment about anything. Just be supportive. It's not easy to bring up a child in the world. Yeah, so I think and I really hope that this was helpful in whichever way, and love and light to you all. Okay, let's continue with this holiday.